Find out which submarine comes out on top in this ultimate Tier 8 premium showdown. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Normal Guy the North here. Today we're answering one of the most common questions I get: which Tier 8 premium submarine is actually the best? Now, submarines are still controversial in World of Warships, but whether you love them or hate them, they're here to stay. And if you're going to spend your money or resources on a premium sub, you want to know which one actually gives you the best value. We're going to be looking at three contenders: the Soviet S-189 stealthy and balanced, the Japanese I-56 hard-hitting ambush predator, the British HMS Alliance fast, flexible, and relentless. Before we dive in, a quick disclaimer. Wargaming is constantly tweaking submarine mechanics. Torpedo behavior, sonar ping mechanics, and even dive capacity have all been adjusted multiple times in patches 13 and 14 and others. The stats I'm using here are correct as of September 2025. If something major changes, I'll update this ranking. Stick with me to the end, because we'll go through history, in-game stats, playstyle, best builds, and then crown them number 3 to number 1 for most players. To make this ranking fair, I'm using 5 criteria: consistency and forgiveness. Can you still make an impact even if conditions aren't perfect? Stealth and mobility. How well can you control engagements, sneak away, or set up ambushes? Strike power and DPM. Not just alpha strike, but also sustained pressure and reload speed. Team value. Do you contribute spotting, sub-hunting, or force the enemy into bad positions? Skill floor versus skill ceiling. How hard is it for the average player to get results, and how much better can experts push the ship? The S-189 is a Project 613 Whiskey-class submarine. After World War II, the Soviets copied many features from the German Type 21 submarine, one of the most advanced boats of the war. The Whiskey-class became the workhorse of the Soviet submarine fleet. With over 200 built, the S-189 herself was launched in the mid-1950s and served through the Cold War before being retired and turned into a museum ship in St. Petersburg, where you can still tour her today. In-game identity, stealth, and speed. She's the stealthiest of the three, with concealment down around 5.5 kilometers. That lets her slip into torpedo positions undetected and disengage more reliably. Underwater speed is 21 knots, which isn't blazing fast, but enough to reposition or run if needed. Survivability. She's fragile. Just 14,000 hit points. If you get caught on the surface, you're basically done. This is a sub that lives or dies on its stealth. She carries 4 bow tubes and 2 stern tubes. That stern coverage is her biggest advantage over the other 2 boats. If a destroyer charges you, or if you want to kite backwards, you can still fight. Most subs can't do that at this tier. Homing torps are short-ranged to 5 kilometers, but quick to arm, making them great for finishing ships that get too close. The real workhorse, though, are her standard torpedoes. They hit harder and travel further, giving you flexibility at medium range. And she has one of the better sonar packages for her tier. Pings go out to 9 kilometers, travel fast, and reload in about 9.5 seconds. Not the fastest reload, but accurate and consistent. Excellent. Reach out to 10 kilometers. That's huge for finding other subs and helping your team control caps. Lightly above average battery, letting you stay submerged longer than I-56. Playstyle. S-189 is the thinking player sub. She's not flashy, but she's reliable. Use concealment to scout early, set up torpedo lanes with bow and stern angles, and punish careless DDs with your hydrophone advantage. She's one of the most effective sub-hunters at Tier 8. Who it's for? Players who like stealth, map control, and reliable tools. If you come from destroyers or light cruisers, you'll feel right at home. The I-56 was a B-3 cruiser submarine launched in 1944. She saw action during the Philippines campaign and later in the Battle of Okinawa. Like several late-war Japanese subs, she was converted to carry Chiton human torpedoes, desperate weapons, reflecting Japan's dire situation in 1945. She was sunk by American destroyers in April 1945. In-game identity. This is where I-56 shines. She packs 6 bow tubes loaded with 12.5 kilometer standard torpedoes that each deal around 16,367 damage at 73 knots. Land a full bow salvo, and you're looking at nearly 100,000 damage in one strike. That's absurd alpha for Tier 8. Limitations. The trade-off? No stern tubes. If you miss your shot or get rushed, you're basically helpless once you fired. Homing torps. Shorter range, mainly used to set up big strikes or finish off damaged ships. Deck gun, the 140mm SAP gun, is unique and fun for memes, but realistically, exposing yourself on the surface is suicide. Survivability. She has a chunky 24,000 hit point pool, almost double S, 189, but it's misleading. Her dive capacity is weak, and her underwater agility is sluggish. That means you often can't escape once you're spotted. Burns faster than the other two. You need to plan your dives carefully. Playstyle. I-56 is the casino sub. When she lands her torps, the results are spectacular, devastating salvos that delete cruisers and cripple battleships. But she's streaky. Miss your bow shot and you'll spend the next reload cycle watching your team fight without you. Who it's for? Skilled torpedo players who love ambushes and big alpha. If you can predict enemy movement and line up bowed shots, she'll reward you. For newer sub players, she's punishing and unforgiving. HMS Alliance is an Amphion-class sub designed for extended Pacific patrols. Built in 1945, she never saw combat but survives today as a museum boat in Gosport, UK. In-game identity. Mobility. The fastest of the 331 knots surfaced, 24 knots submerged, paired with to 5.7 kilometers concealment. Endurance. Huge battery reserves mean you stay submerged longer and dictate the pace of battle. Torpedo model, British trait, fast reload, hard-turning homing torps that are slower and lower damage on paper, but constant cycling means your actual DPM stays very high. Shotgun power. Her reload and agility make her one of the easiest subs for shotgun kills. Forgiveness. If you misplay a position, speed and endurance let you escape more often than I-56 or S-189. Playstyle in one line. A relentless pressure machine, always threatening, always repositioning, always creating opportunities. Head-to-head breakdown. Stealth and positioning. Alliance wins for speed plus battery plus concealment. S-189 close behind. I-56 the least forgiving. Strike power. I-56 wins. 6 forward, devastating tubes. Alliance wins. Consistency. S-189 solid but lower ceiling. Team value. S-189 shines with hydrophone plus stern coverage. Alliance pressures DDs constantly. I-56 situational. Forgiveness. Alliance, the most forgiving. S-189, steady and dependable. I-56 punishes mistakes hardest. Builds quick overview. Core skills for all. Helmsman, improved battery capacity and efficiency. Sonarman, torpedo aiming master. Enlarged propeller shaft. Adrenaline rush, priority target. Alliance, maximize, tempo, steering, battery, concealment. S-189, lean into stealth plus sonar plus stern angles. I-56, alpha setup, torp handling plus battery extension. For a more detailed look at the captain's build, I'll leave a link for all 3 2025 reviews to give even better insight to these 3 subs. Final rankings, Tier 8 premium subs. Number 3, I-56 Japan. Best for experienced torp mains who crave massive ambush alpha, but too punishing for average players. Number 2, S-189 USSR. A stealth hunter with reliable tools, excellent at sub-hunting and map control. Consistent every game. Number 1, HMS Alliance UK. The best all-around package, mobility, battery endurance, fast reloads, and forgiving play. The most consistent and accessible Tier 8 premium sub for most players. That's my Tier 8 submarine ranking. Alliance number 1, S-189 number 2, and I-56 number 3. If you disagree, let me know in the comments with your best clips or builds. And remember, if wargaming changes sub mechanics in a future patch, I'll revisit these rankings. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit like and subscribe. And if you want more deep dive ship reviews and breakdowns, click on the videos on screen. Thanks for watching, and as always, take care and stay safe. See you in the next one, and bye for now.